I am curious because I know with a lot of team games that I've played, you don't share all information with your teammate. Whereas in this game, it's wide open. Like I even felt weird about it for two turns, just being like, fan the hand and let's talk about it kind of thing. When did that decision come into play?
Do
Grew
you
up
remember what
playing
I'm talking
euchre,
about?
which is a
Yes.
Midwestern kind of simplified version of bridge. So much euchre, right? And that's a game where it's two partners and you sit a diagonal from each other. And table talk is frowned upon, but at least in our family, it was extremely common. So
Sure.
so common. uh, we tried a lot of like limiting the information. We like captaining, I think, is kind of the specter of a lot of those team things, right? Where it's like one person, if they never really know what they're doing, they just tell the other person what to do, and then it's like that person kind of feels a bit put out and they're not getting a chance to learn. And so we didn't
Hmm.
want to have that. And so we tried a bunch of like limiting information. We tried where it's like, well, you would play one card and then you would discuss the rest. So there'd be kind of like a half in, half out thing. There would, yeah, like Michael said, a token, right? Where you could like indicate an intent. You could pick like one of your two intents and be like, am I going to defend or be more offensive? And you pass that to your ally. And that was how you communicated. But honestly, like people, when they were having fun, they kind of wanted to share that fun. They'd be like, I got this, check this out. So instead, the route we took, we actually have a timer in the box. And it's not usually for your first game, but when you're playing 2v2 teams or whatever, once one team sets all their cards, they can flip the timer and the other team has a minute left. And this was probably the most useful thing for just circumventing a lot of that, especially like the analysis paralysis side of it, where it's like, it's not a real time game. If it's a difficult board position, both teams have as long to think as they like. But as soon as one team has got it, the other team's got to pick up the
Time to move
pace.
on.
And
Yep.
that helps because then it's like, well, everyone's got to contribute to kind of pull their weight. There's too much for one person to do in that time frame. You got to work together.
No, for sure. We definitely used the timer in our game. Like that came out by turn two because there was a lot of scheming. And they're like, oh, by the way, there's this timer thing. We're like, oh, that changes everything.